Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about Britney Spears. Now, I'm going to just preface this real quick. I get insanely nervous anytime I'm about to talk about Britney Spears for two main reasons. First reason, if you didn't know this, been a stan since like age 7. The obsession was very, very real. I've followed her silently since then. So I care about the topic a lot, let's put it that way. Second, I don't want people to misunderstand where I'm coming from because I feel like anything said about Britney Spears ever at this point is almost automatically controversial, even though it's actually not controversial, and I don't want to be misunderstood on this one. Keeping all of that in mind, I was on Twitter and I saw this article trending, so I went to see what the hell was going on. Lo and behold, there's more going on with Britney Spears. Now, let's just go through what's going on, and then I'm gonna get into why exactly I'm even bringing this up in the first place. Britney Spears' friends, quote unquote, concerned after fight with bad news boyfriend Paul Richard Solis at Chateau Marmont. Friends of Britney Spears are concerned for the pop star's well-being after she got into a fight with her criminal boyfriend Paul Richard Solis. Page 6 has exclusively learned. He's been bad news from the start, one pal tells us. A second confidant describes Solis as extremely dangerous. Let's start here for a second. Now, first of all, I have a whole slew of opinions about these pals, friends, confidants, girlfriend, whatever the fuck you're calling them. If they're going to the news, if they're going to TMZ, if they're coming to you, I can guarantee they can't be that close. And if they are that close, they need to be dropped. But realistically, I hate the pal culture, okay? I hate the one pal said this, the other pal said that. It's all he said, she said. They're all random people who we have no idea, who actually could just be made up, by the way. And it's like, realistically, if your friend is going to the news to say they're worried about you, yes, there is a possibility that that is their last resort. They have no way to help you, and so this is the last thing they're gonna do. Do I think that for the most part that's the case? No. For the most part, I think a lot of these pals who feel the need to potentially, if they're even telling the truth, air out other people's business are just people who want not even their 5 minutes, because like your name isn't even on this. They probably just want to feel important for the Zoom call or email or however it is you tell journalists this bullshit. Whether it's true or not almost becomes irrelevant. It's the intention of the people saying this shit. But I could go off about that, kind of already did, so let's just move on. If he's been such a bad one from the start, now obviously you can only intervene until a certain point, and you can only help people until a certain point, right? We all have known someone who has had a toxic boyfriend, girlfriend, and you can't get them to fucking drop the loser already. So, okay. So there are a series of pictures of Britney Spears outside of her hotel after the couple allegedly got into an altercation, right? So these are the pictures that are out there. Again, the pictures that they choose to put out there, like obviously there was a level of hullabaloo going on, so obviously she's not gonna come out looking like she just came from a photo shoot, right? The thing is that in this particular case, all of that is always weaponized against Britney. Any single time she does not look put together, it's a free-for-all for people to say that she's off the rails, she's mentally ill, blah, blah, blah. Now, whether you think that or not is a different story, but using every single aspect of someone's life that is completely normal, that people don't look put together all the time, in order to say, oh, she's obviously, you know, mentally ill or having an episode or whatever because she's outside with a pillow and a blanket. It's like, bro, she wasn't planning to be outside. Anyway, Page 6 was the first to report in August 2023 that Spears had been, quote unquote, getting close to Solis amid her divorce with her third husband, Sam Asghari. Now that's another example of someone who the people who cared about should have tried to get this man away from her at all costs. Again, there's only so much you can do, but all these concerned pals, I'm just wondering where they're at when shit's actually going down. But again, I'm on the outside, what do I know? Solis previously worked as a housekeeper for the Grammy winner at her $7.4 million mansion in Thousand Oaks, California, but we heard he was fired after his extensive rap sheet came to light. Court records show that he has been charged with multiple crimes over the past 20 years and was convicted of felony possession of a firearm in 2022. Now, I'm not really going to super judge the fact that he's been charged with a lot of crimes, because I do believe that you can come back from things. Not all things, some things, so it depends on what crimes we're really talking about. Like felony possession of a firearm. Do I think you can come back from that? Yes. Do I think you can change your ways? Yes. So I don't want to jump to too many conclusions, because at the end of the day, the fuck do I know? I will say, suspicious that he was working as a housekeeper, in the sense of, you have to kind of wonder, was the goal always to get to Britney in some way? Now, that's not to say that you can't fall in love with someone who happens to be your housekeeper, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, it's very hard for me to believe that he had nothing in mind. I'm sorry, maybe that's just me being really suspicious or bitchy. It wouldn't be the first time, but what are the odds? Right after she's been having like relationship issues, you happen to pop up. You happen to maybe start talking to her. Like, how did this happen? And how much was he in charge of that? And how much of that is based on her identity versus who she is as a person? I'm just wondering. And again, maybe cynical, but oh well. Spears continued to see Solis romantically since he stopped working for her, most recently in Los Angeles, where the couple got into an altercation early Thursday. After photos emerged of the toxic singer looking distressed while standing outside the famed hotel with her beau, the Los Angeles Fire Department confirmed to Page 6 that it had received a 911 call at 12:42 a.m. local time, reporting an adult female who had been injured. An ambulance responded to the scene, though multiple sources close to Spears told us she did not seek medical attention and instead returned home safe with security. The Woman in Me memoirist, why do they have to do this? Just say Britney Spears. Wrote on Instagram later on Thursday, I'll read you her whole post. And it says the incident occurred mere hours after Spears settled her divorce from Asghari, 30, who filed to dissolve their year-long marriage last August. So the fact that the incident occurred mere hours after Spears settled her divorce, I feel like it's hard for that to be a coincidence. I will say that. But anyway, let me read her post. From her Instagram, it says, just to let people know, the news is fake. I would like respect at this time for people to understand I'm getting stronger every day. Truth sucks, so can someone teach me how to lie? Goddess is out there. I'm reaching my higher power, and furthermore, I hope you guys are too. I need a new toothbrush right now. P.S. I need an espresso. P.S.S. Not sure why I feel the need to share this. I guess I'm a girl and I'm on my period, so I'm bitchy. Shit. I also twisted my ankle last night, and the paramedics showed up at my door illegally. They never came in my room, but I felt harassed. I'm moving to Boston. Peace. I will say, I really personally feel like, and this is probably difficult to do, I wouldn't know, but I really feel like she should express herself less, not in the bad way of like, don't express yourself at all, but posting things like this, I think almost always will work against her, because it's a losing game. Because people want to know what's going on, so she'll post this, as she's allowed to and as she should if she wants to. But at the same time, people will take this and say that she sounds, insert whatever fucking adjective that's related to crazy. So she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't, because if she's too silent, then people are like, where's Britney? What is she doing? They make up that she's at some facility. You know what I mean? So I can't say that she should do X or Y really, but at the same time, it's just like, I know that they use posts like this as fuel to say that someone's off their fucking rocker, when in reality, it's like, if you're going around trying to live your life and people are critiquing every single fucking thing you do, I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? Okay, so quick update. It's been less than an hour since I filmed. There's been an update from Britney Spears. I screen recorded everything. I'll put it in here. If there are any subsequent updates, I'll put them. But in the recordings, she's basically reiterating the fact that she just twisted, sprained, whatever the medical term is, her ankle, and nothing crazy happened. So again, we have proof that all of these publications are full of shit, as if we didn't know, but here that is.
Okay guys, so you know, I really twisted my ankle last night like an idiot, just to show proof. Don't look at my feet, I need a manicure. It's so bad. Fucking idiot here tries to do a leap in the living room at the chateau, and I fell, embarrassed myself, and that's it. Paramedics came to my door illegally, of course, caused this huge scene, which was so unnecessary, and all I needed was ice. But yeah, it is actually pretty bad, but shit happens. A little foot, you know, and then Jesus. I guess it's a little bit bigger today. It's really swollen. My foot is so big right now. And then this one, in comparison, you can see like my foot's like over 6.5. Like, my feet are so ugly. That's my foot right here. My real foot. And this is that one. Oh my God.
Now I'm going to finish the article and then I have a quick thing to say. Solis is a bad influence on her as she is moving on with her life, flexing her freedom, and moving on from Sam, a third source tells Page 6, adding that the random hotel fight was completely unrelated to the divorce just being finalized. Spears was under conservatorship from February 2008 to November 2021. She settled the court case with her estranged father and former conservator Jamie Spears last week, allowing them to avoid going to trial. So she has a lot going on between Sam Asghari, between conservatorship, consequences, both legally and mentally. I just think there's a lot going on there. I will say we are getting, if we're not already, at 2007 levels of real weirdo behavior from the newspapers. And I say newspapers in like a billion quotation marks because now it's distinctly worse because it's social media. So it's not just you gotta go buy fucking OK magazine. It's like you open your phone and it's all there. And I'm just really starting to wonder how far these online publications are willing to go with posting all of this stuff, because with everything that's going on, I could only surmise that there's a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelm, and is any of this really helpful? Like, genuinely, is any of this helpful at all? And I realize there's a bit of hypocrisy there because I'm also talking about it, but I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about things. I'm just saying that things need to be talked about in a particular way, and you need to be careful as to what that way is, also based on someone's history, and also based on the fact that I'm pretty sure these magazines know as much as I do, which is fucking zero. So to come out here like a source of authority on something that you have no information on, apart from these pals, I just feel like we all are very aware that Britney Spears is probably in a very vulnerable state right now between relationships and all the other shit, and there's just this advantage being taken of like, oh, look at this situation. If we take this picture, it can be really easily misinterpreted or turned into something bigger than it is. And I just don't think it's going to ever add up to anything positive. And on the contrary, I do wonder how any of these publications are going to feel if Britney Spears does get to a point, a breaking point, if you will, much like in 2007. And there's even debate of whether she's already there, but we're just seeing an extended version of it. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.